Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we're going to take a look at the ambidextrous mouse from Corsair, the M55 RGB PRO. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Corsair M55 Pro RGB, or RGB Pro, whichever way you want to look at it. This is a ambidextrous mouse. For those of you who don't know what ambidextrous means, or can't even spell it, basically it means you can use it left or right-handed. So if you're a lefty, like myself, absolutely fine. If you're a righty, like Kath, absolutely fine. So if you've got shared devices, this is going to be absolutely perfect. But for those of you who are a little bit more possessive about your peripherals, this is absolutely fine. It's going to work for either hand, whatever you want to do. So if you're maybe using a laptop and a PC at the same time and you've got all kinds of crazy stuff going on, you can swatch hands over, no problems whatsoever. It's essentially designed to be used universally. So whether you've got a finger grip, claw grip, whatever kind of grip you've got on your mouse, this should tick all those boxes. So let's take a look at some of the specs and see what this gives us for our money. Now, talking of money, first thing up, this mouse at the moment, Amazon UK, looking about £40 including VAT and postage. I was really lucky, I managed to pick it up on one of their kind of lightning deals, and I picked it up for £25, which at £25 I think this mouse is an absolute steal. Even if it's not perfect, for £25, as long as it gets kind of near that perfection mark, that's all good by me. There's a lot of competition in that kind of £20 to £25 mark, and most of them this absolutely trounces. At the £40 mark, which is the normal retail price of this, there's a lot more competition, and from some of the bigger brands as well. So you have to really be careful, maybe even try this out for yourself before you kind of decide, yes, this is for me. But I'm going to go through it now, unbox it, give you an overview, so hopefully you'll have a better idea than what you would have just staring at an Amazon page. Okay, so first we're looking at the packaging. Obviously, it's the usual kind of Corsair packaging, very bold, very vivid, basically does what it says on the tin. A clue to its RGB goodness is here. It's got the iQ software logo, which means you can use the Corsair iQ software. For those of you that haven't used it before, iQ is basically Corsair's way of integrating all their components into one nice user-friendly interface. Now you can control things like fans, controller hubs, keyboards, mice, obviously, lots and lots of different peripherals. A fantastic little suite, and it actually generally tends to work very, very well with minimal crashing, and it's pretty good. So spec-wise, you've got DPI of up to 12,400 dots per inch, which is pretty decent. It is obviously user selectable, so if you don't want it to be that high a DPI, you can reduce it right down to a very, very slow crawl, ideally for those sniper shots. But all those DPI settings would be useless if it wasn't for a decent sensor. Now this one's using the Pixar PMW3327 controller, which is a very popular controller and is very well respected within the gaming community. The mouse itself has got 2-zone RGB, although technically, realistically, I would say it's single zone. There is a control button for the DPI on the top, which is illuminated and does change color, but it's not your kind of normal RGB setup, so it doesn't do the flow and all those kinds of things. It is a static color, depending on which DPI you've got your mouse set at. You can disable the button if you wanted to, so there's no illumination from it, but really the main RGB comes from the Corsair logo, which is essentially where your palm's going to be on the mouse. So really you're not going to see it a lot, but if you've got it on your desk and you're not using it, it is going to look nice with all the rest of your RGB setup. Now the mouse itself has got onboard storage, so you can store one profile, so you can set this up in the iQ software, so you can get all your settings tailored to exactly how you want it, and it will store it in the mouse itself. You can then plug the mouse into pretty much any other computer, and it will retain your default settings. If you want to change the settings, you can then install the software again, or plug it back into the original PC that you used it with, and you can change the settings and it will upload it on the fly. Also, this does support things like firmware updates and that, so as newer features become available or bug fixes come out, you can actually update the firmware through the iQ software, which is pretty neat. Now this mouse is a particularly clicky little beast, and it uses Omron switches and is good for a lifetime of 50 million switches, so it should be pretty good for Candy Crush. You don't have any real weight customization on this, it is what it is, but at 86 grams, it's not particularly heavy, but again, it's not particularly lightweight. It's kind of in that nice little sweet spot in between, in my opinion. You may prefer a slightly lighter mouse, in which case you probably need to look elsewhere. But for me, round about the kind of 80 to 90 gram mark really suits my particular gameplay. So that's enough about the features. Let's actually take a look at it and see what it's like. So in the packaging itself, we get the Corsair M55 RGB PRO user manual. We also get a warranty guide, and we get a redirective sheet as well. probably never see those again. The real thing that we're looking for is the mouse itself. So as you can see, the mouse comes pretty nicely packaged, and it comes in this kind of satin matte black finish, which actually looks quite nice. And I have actually used this mouse a little bit already, and you can see that I haven't bothered cleaning it, and it is pretty much pristine. So even if you have been using it, it looks like this is going to stay clean for quite a long time. The only thing which I can see which might get slightly dirty is these side areas where you've got a kind of a textured surface for grip, which may get a little bit dirty, but actually it looks like it can be wiped clean relatively easily. So as with most things, hygiene is a real must, especially at the moment. So a quick wipe over with a cloth and this should come up absolutely brand new. The cable itself to connect is got a nice Velcro strap around it, and the cable itself is a not overly heavy cable, so it's not going to get snagged and that kind of thing, but it is braided, so it is a material. So if you've got a desk which has got a lot of kind of old scraggy wood or something like that, where it's going to catch, you might find that a problem if you've got your mouse cable draped over the end of your desk. But I think for most people with most modern shiny surfaces, it's going to glide absolutely fine. It does actually feel really nice on this IKEA desktop surface. Even without a mouse mat, it does travel quite nicely, and yeah, it feels quite nice. In the hand, it actually, because it's ambidextrous, again, you can use it either way. Again, depending on what you want to do. Some people use left-handed for certain games and right-handed for other games. I know, weird, but some people do it. So this mouse is going to be absolutely perfect. I really do struggle as a mouse reviewer being left-handed, as most mice generally tend to be catered towards our right-handed brethren. So most of them have kind of contours or edges or lips. So even using a right-handed mouse with a left hand can be quite problematic. But with this is really cool. I can use it really easily. And again, anyone can use this. It's one of those kind of mice, almost like the old IntelliMouse Explorer from Microsoft, which was just a fantastic device. And this actually, from what I can tell, takes a lot of design language from that real cool legendary mouse and has brought it up to date with modern features like RGB, extra programmable buttons, all that kind of thing. Now, talking of buttons, again, we've got our two main left and right click buttons, which have got actually quite a hard press to them, so they're quite springy. They're not that kind of really soft, mushy feel. There is a definite click to them. The center mouse wheel, again, very clicky, very reminiscent of the Microsoft IntelliMouse for sure. And the actual wheel itself, there's a little bit of a notch to it, but it's not overly so. So you can flick it a little bit and you can spin it a little bit, but it has got a definite notch to it. So for changing weapons, that kind of thing, it's going to be really nice and easy to do. For quick scrolling on web pages, again, no problems at all, not a massive amount of resistance there. Coming up slightly above that, we've got our DPI button, so you can press that and cycle between your DPI settings, of which there, I believe, is 6, which we'll have a look at in the software in a minute. Move around to the sides. Now the sides are asymmetrical. No, symmetrical. Asymmetrical is the other one. These are symmetrical, so we've got 2 buttons on this side, which you can program. So maybe back and forward, reload, drop weapon, that kind of thing. But we've also got exactly the same on the other side. So if you're one of those people that likes to have your mouse set up, so you've got your back button on one side and your forward button on the other side for your web browsing, this is going to be absolutely perfect. I can see Kath's eyes lighting up already. She desperately wants to get her hands on this. And being it's left-handed or right-handed, she can do, or we might even share. Anyway, moving on to the base of the mouse. So the base of the mouse, you've got a bit of a coat on there, so we'll quickly peel that off. So you've got a little bit of a protective coating, and you've got these nice silicone pads on the bottom, which they weren't actually covered up by anything, so it still slides exactly as it did before. Again, this isn't the lightest of mice, but again, it's not the heaviest, so it's got a really nice glide to it. I actually really like the feel of this mouse altogether. So probably the best thing to do now is to plug the mouse in, and we'll go through some of the bits in the software, and I'll record the screen as well so you can see exactly what is going on. Okay, so we've got OBS running on the laptop, so we're going to go ahead and plug things in now, and you can take a quick look at what's going on. But first of all, I'm going to head over to the Corsair website, just so you can take a look at this in a little bit more detail. So here we are, the Corsair M55 RGB PRO ambidextrous multi-grip game mouse. As you can see at the moment, $39.99 US, which I think is a pretty fair price, to be honest with you. It's not overpriced, it's not underpriced, it's not a fantastic bargain, but it is good value for money. Like I said, I did pick it up for £25, which for me in the UK, that was a really, really good deal. So if you wanted to, from this site, you can go ahead and click on the IQ software and download that, which we've already done. So I'm going to plug the mouse in now, and we'll have a quick look at the software and see what options we actually have. So that's with the mouse plugged in. As you can see now, we've got the RGB logo illuminated, and it's going through the color cycle. And as you can see, the top button on the top has got a white LED, which tells me which DPI mode I'm actually in. So if we take a look in the software now, And this is the IQ software. So if you've got any other Corsair products installed, these will be shown in your devices section, and you can go through and do your things like lighting and all that kind of stuff. But if we click on the mouse itself, and we can go in and see what is going on. So at the moment it's in our default setting, and you've got options here for actions, so you can add things like custom macros and all that kind of thing. You can click on the plus button and you can confirm macros, so you can have it so it's a mouse click, a wheel scroll, mouse movements, all those kinds of things. So if you're into setting up macros, you can do that from here quite easily. So we'll cancel that. You have also got your lighting effect. So in the lighting effect, you can configure items here. Again, the logo zone is the only one which is shown up here, because that is the only one realistically that you can change. And you've got the option of rainbow, you've got your color pulse, color shift, all that kind of stuff. So you can choose a couple of alternate colors to cycle between, so red and blue, whichever you want to do. You can just change it from here. So if you want to go red and green, you can do that. Also, you've got the other things, custom ones, so static color, if you want to keep a static or a solid. You've got gradients, so you can swap between gradients, all that kind of stuff. If you've got the lighting link and you've got other Corsair items in your PC, then you can go ahead and use any of these. So you can have the rain visor, all these usual things, rainbow, color shifts, temperature, static colors, all those kind of things you're used to seeing in the IQ software. So also we've got our DPI settings. So in mine at the moment, I've set it so the default is in the green color. Here are the different levels. So you can change your XY, DPI 800 for the red, 1500 for white, 3000 for the green, etc, etc. Obviously you can move the sliders around and you can configure those to exactly how you want, and then they will upload themselves to the actual firmware in the mouse, which is great. Or if you want to go back to defaults, if you do anything wrong, just click on revert and it'll go back to exactly how it was. You've also got a performance tab as well, so you can go into that and you can enhance the pointer precision, which I actually find does smooth out the movement quite a lot. I also increased the pointer speed. It just makes it feel a little bit better for me to use. So all in all, lots of control, lots of features in there. Again, you can change your actions. Lighting effects is going to be probably what most people tend to be looking at. So let's go back and we'll set it back to rainbow and we'll speed up that. You can actually start it up, so it starts with the profile or on a key press, so it can go to sleep and that kind of thing. You get the general idea. So there is lots and lots of lighting you can do in there, lots of effects. Obviously DPI and resolution settings are probably the key thing that most people will be looking at in there. So there we go, there has been the Corsair M55 RGB Pro. What do you think of it? I actually really like it. For me, to get an ambidextrous mouse is quite a rarity. There's been a few others on the market, some of the Rio Toro ones we looked at, and obviously the old classic, the Microsoft IntelliMouse Explorer, which is still the cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned. It's a shame they don't still make that. Although it would be interesting to see how that actually compares now in the modern world, if I put them two side by side, to see actually if it's just kind of fond memories or whether it actually was as good as I think it was. But this is definitely a suitable replacement. And again, around about £25 on special offer, or £40 is the kind of normal retail price here in the UK. Do look out for some offers and discounts. I will put some affiliate links in the description below so you can check out for yourself and see what the local price is in your particular area. But that pretty much wraps things up. I'm pretty stoked with it. I'm going to carry on using it for a little bit of CSGO and see how things go. If I find any negative problems or any positive problems, then I'll update the description in the video below, or maybe make a follow-up video just to let you guys know exactly what I thought of it. So let me know what you think of it in the comments section below. But in the meantime, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.